Hey YouTube, it's Sarah, and I'm going to do vlog number 2 for my Euro trip, and I'm really excited about it. So far, all I've done in my trip preparation and planning, besides get excited about it, is like I mentioned in my last vlog, was I've been reading this book. So I want to review this book today and talk about a couple of things that I pulled from it that are definitely on my to-do list. It's called The Top 10 London, and it's by Eyewitness Travel. They have a couple books for other large cities. I know I looked at the, well, I didn't look at it, but I pulled up online their website, and they have one for Rome, which I will be getting. They've got like all over the world. So they've also got like New York, and I think maybe LA, and some other cities in Europe, as well as, I think they have like maybe Hong Kong. I can't remember for sure, but it looks like they have a lot of the major cities, which is really cool. So I really did enjoy this book. I have not completed it 100%. There's still just a couple like of the suburbs that I'm reading on, but overall it really did give me what I have read, and I've read most of it, but what I have read has really given me good information. It's definitely what I'm interested in, and it's relevant to traveling to London. The first top 10 is London's top 10, and that's like the center city. And basically, like their top 10 are the British Museum, the National Gallery and National Portrait Gallery, the London Eye, the Tate Modern and Tate Britain, the Natural History Museum, the Science Museum, Buckingham Palace and Royal Parks and Gardens, Westminster Abbey and Parliament Square, the Tower of London, St. Paul's Cathedral. And those are all in the top 10. I guess that's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. And then they go through and do the top 10 under each of those. So like for the British Museum, they have like the top 10 sites to see at the museum as well. So a couple things that I picked from this top 10 that really interest me, they're what I want to see when I go over there, just based on this top 10, is the British Museum, Buckingham Palace, Westminster Abbey, the Tower of London, and St. Paul's Cathedral. So that is half of that top 10 list. And some of the others I would like to see, like the Natural History Museum, but there's no way we would have time for that. So I very easily narrowed it down to just those 5 things. And even that, a couple of them I can do on the same day, like Westminster Abbey and Buckingham Palace, because they're very close. But like the British Museum could easily take up an entire day, as big as it is. So those are things that are definitely on my must-do list. And like I said, I went through and then I read, you know, each under the top 10 for each of the main ones as well. And for instance, on the, let's see, the Tower of London, that top 10, oh man, I highlighted almost the whole top 10 list for that as well. All the towers, basically, I want to see, like the White Tower, the Tower Green, the Bloody Tower, the Royal Armories, the Traitors' Gate, and like the Beauchamp Tower, Beauchamp, however you say it, I'm not sure, definitely interests me. And I want to see those because I love the history behind it all. I find it fascinating, so of course I would actually see the real thing. So those are some of the must-dos for me, just right off the bat. Obviously, once I delve into it more and find other books to read and look up more on the internet, I will find more. I haven't researched hotels yet or places to eat or anything like that. As for places to eat though, I kind of think that's going to be something we'll decide when we're over there. Like, depending on the area we're in, let's say, hey, I'll pull up on my phone, you know, this place has great reviews and is good local cuisine, so we'll check that out. That kind of thing. I'm not really going to like research and say, oh, we have to eat here, 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 and here on this day. So I'm not going to do that. But overall, this book is fabulous. It really is good. And one thing I do really like about it as well is it's got maps on the covers. And in the back cover, it has a map as well, but then there's one that pulls out. And I really like this because it's got the center city, the city center. I don't know how they refer to it as. I call it Center City because that's what we have in Philadelphia. And then they zoom in on the other side. And then they've got like the historic sites and the key and that kind of thing. And so it's really helpful, and it just folds up so tiny, which is really great when you're a tourist. And it can even fold down in half again, but I don't have it that way yet because I want it to fit nicely in the book still. And then in the back of this book, another thing that's really helpful is they have top 10 list for, they call it their street smart section, but it's got like planning your trip, arriving in London, getting around, etc., etc. And they've even got like different hotels that they suggest based on your money affordability. So that's really cool. I haven't looked into those hotels yet, but I'm definitely going to. They've even got like hostels in here. They've got, it's called Budget Accommodation, and it's got like the Dover Castle Hostel and a bunch of hotels, and the Youth Hostels Association, the Court Hostel. So I'm going to look into those, but like I said, I was just really excited about this book, so I just wanted to do a quick review, and it's awesome. If you are thinking about going to London and have never been there, or you haven't been there in a long time, this is a great book to read. Because in addition, like when you look up, say the Tate Britain, for instance, it's got all the information you're going to need to go, like the address, their phone number, their website, their hours, and if there's an admission charge or not. So that's really helpful also. So this is definitely a book that's going to be thrown into my carry-on and take with me when I go. I know some books you read and they're good to read before your trip, and then they're no good when you're over there, but this is one that's going to be good while over there as well. So that is my review for this. My review is Get It. It's awesome, and I can't wait to get the one for Rome. So that will be my next read. So hope you enjoyed this, and go out and buy it. It's good. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.